Hi, I'm Dr. Elizabeth Pritchard from the Healthy Working Lives Research Group at Monash University. I'm going to tell you a little bit about qualitative research and what we do, how we do it, and why we do it. So qualitative research is a type of social science research where we gather words, information and ideas from people or from written text so that we can identify the meaning within it and work out what people have in common, what their differences are, what their similarities are, and also what's missing from their concepts, their ideas and their meanings to help us answer research questions. So the process of research always starts with a process that goes through ethics. So we get ethical approval to be able to reach out and contact people and talk with them, gather information so that they know that we're doing it in an ethical manner, that we are following specific guidelines and that their information is going to be kept safe. Once we have ethical approval, we then go through a process called recruitment. And this is the fun bit. This is where we reach out to individuals and groups and populations so that we can identify and find people to do the study with. So this may be through social media, maybe through adverts in newspapers or in community notice boards, or sometimes it's through word of mouth in different groups or communities where people will sign up and go, yep, I'm interested in taking part of that. And then we take them through what's called a consent process where they identify that they have all the information that they need from us about the study, and then they sign that they consent for the information to be used for us to understand more about the research question that we're looking at. So with qualitative research, we are looking, as I said, to gather that narrative, those words, those ideas and those concepts from people personally. So we do this through in-depth interviews. Now, in-depth interviews can be done over the phone, they can be done in person, they can be done over teleconferencing, depending on where the person is and what the type of research study is involving. Once we gather that information from them, we type it up verbatim, so word for word, it gets typed up, and then we go through line by line by line to look at what is the meaning of this information. We code it, we theme it, we see what's emerging from it, we get other people to look at it from the research team, and we create within that a process, we create a theory, we create a diagram that helps us understand the concepts around what has emerged. So what happens next is once we have all this information and we've been looking at the coding and the theming and finding out what's emerging from the data, we often create a diagram or a theory or a flowchart so that people can understand more about the interactions between them. So one of the examples of developing a theory or a diagram is the driving health research study. So within that we have created this diagram that looks a bit like a wheel. It has identified 7 different components, and they are the categories that the interviews identified that were really important to consider in relation to health and wellbeing for truck drivers across Australia. So if you'd like any more information about this is a very quick snapshot, please contact us at drivinghealth.net. There's a whole lot of resources on there, information, and you'll meet more of the team on drivinghealth.net.